What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Man, I almost got choked up a little bit there. Guys, it's Cash Flow Chronicles, and I'm so happy that you are here with us on today. We're talking about our second episode on how, in the easiest way, the quickest and easiest way to buy property with no money, well, very little money and no credit, right? Very little money and no credit would be the best way to go about this. I'm your host, Financial Moses. Guys, this is where we come and give you application in the evenings. We believe giving you inspiration in the mornings, application in the evenings. I know this, that the Bible says that faith without works is dead. Faith is the inspiration that you need. Need to be the inspiration that you need, and works is the application that you must have. I just know this: if you get the inspiration along with the application, God's going to give the manifestation to whatever you're believing for in life. And so now we're talking to people who want to be homeowners. We're talking to people who want to do investment properties. We're talking to people who are trying to get paid passive income, because here at Cash Flow Chronicles is all about one word, and that is cash flow. You got to say cash flow like that, baby. You got to almost sing it, because cash flow should make you smile all the way to the bank, you guys. So while we're here, I want to go ahead and tell you, if you're watching the replay, post replay, if you're watching on YouTube right now, go ahead, give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit it twice until it turns blue. Leave some comments in the chat, guys. The algorithm loves it, and we are believing God to grow this channel. All right. Also, if you're on Facebook, leave a comment, share it on your page right now, share it on your timeline, give us a thumbs up, and also chat in there. And if you're watching the replay, post replay in the chat for me so I know that you are here. And then finally, if you're over here on Instagram, what's going on, Latoya? What's going on, Michael Johnson? If you're over here on Instagram, well, we're going to be doing the same thing. I don't know what you're supposed to do on Instagram, because I know you can double tap it. Do the double tap thing. I don't think you can subscribe, or you can be my friend, or whatever you do on Instagram. I don't know. Somebody help me. That's crazy, right? I feel it sound old. All right, but that's it, you guys. I'm so excited about what's going on today. Leave some comments in the chat, guys. Let's get ready to roll as we're talking about the easiest and quickest way to buy property with very little money and no credit. Now, when I say very little money, I'm talking about, I showed you guys yesterday, I got started in real estate buying an entire house for $300. I'm going to let it sit there for a minute. I know most people are like, what's going on? Good evening to you. I know most people are like, nah, no way. Yes way. I bought a whole house for $300. Not a half a house, not a quarter of a house. You know, half a house is like when it's leaning over to one side like this. Well, y'all might have thought that, but I like the house. It made me a lot of money. All right. I showed you guys my very first house on yesterday. Uh, um, on yesterday, we're going to show it again on today. We started off yesterday, you guys, literally showing you proof, public record. We went to public record and showed proof of me buying property and all the different properties. What's going on, Melly Mail? All the different properties that we have bought over the years, over 150 properties. And I showed you proof over 10 years ago. I've been doing this for 10 years. Woo! This is our anniversary year, our 10th year anniversary year. That is exciting. But my students have bought over 3,000 properties using the same method, the same system. It works. You can't lose with the stuff I'll use. I'm telling you that now. It works almost all the time. So let's get started. Let's kind of do a quick review. Do a quick review from yesterday, if that's okay with you guys. All right, let's get ready and let's go. All right. So when we start talking about this, guys, I went to public record and showed you yesterday. I bought this house right here for $300. I bought it for $300. And I know people are like, you bought that, man. I was so proud of this house. You don't understand, man. I got my own property, had my own stuff. I couldn't be put out. I couldn't be kicked out. Nobody could tell me what to do. It was mine. And I paid $300 for it. You got to hit it with your chest like this. It was mine, right? I was so proud of you guys, because I just wanted to get my own. It was a sense of accomplishment for me. And it had been a long time since I had a major victory. And this was it. And guys, I started working on this house myself. And guys, for $300, you understand, I didn't bought a lot of stuff for $300, and they ain't never had this many bricks or a roof or windows or hardwood floors or doors or drywall and a whole basement. And I didn't bought a whole lot of stuff, and they didn't have that. But then, you guys, I bought this blind, by the way, did not know what I was doing, had not looked at the property. God just kind of snuck this one in, because I had some cousins that were with me that were not as lucky. Guys, we turned that house into this right here and I fixed it up, and I sold it on a land contract for $54,000. They put $5,000 down, started paying me $900 a month. And I was like, are you serious? This is crazy. $54,000 a land contract, $900 a month, because they end up not fulfilling their agreement. I have to end up putting them out. But I took that money, went back to the auction, and guess what I did? I bought more property. And then I kept doing it over and over and over. But in the meantime, I learned how to do it, what I was doing, and how to do it. And I perfected the system. And then I started teaching it, and they had started doing it. And it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, I was like, oh my God, this thing is awesome. Right. And that's really what it was. And so as we keep going, guys, we said yesterday that there's three things that stop people from buying real estate, and all three of these are solved with tax liens and deeds. Number one, usually you got to have a lot of money to get into real estate. You're gonna need a down payment, you're gonna need closing costs, you're gonna have to pay for appraisals and inspections and all of these different things that you're going to need. Well, you don't need a lot of money at a tax lien sale, because I went and bought a property with just $300. Well, then secondly, you're gonna need a lot of credit, but you don't need a lot of credit at tax lien sales because nobody's gonna pull your credit. You don't have to go through any underwriting guidelines. You don't have to jump through no hoops. You don't have to send no W-2s, no 2 years bank statements, no 2 months check stubs. You don't need, get a job verification, appraisal, title report. You ain't gotta do none of that stuff. Nobody cares as long as you got the money that you're bidding. Then people say, well, you got to have a lot of knowledge. Well, honestly, you only have to know knowledge about one thing, and that's how your county perfects a deed. We're going to talk about that. Well, there are some other things you have to know. I'm not going to sit there. There are some other things you have to know, right? If you guys don't know, by the way, let me just go ahead and brag on myself right quick. This right here, man, I don't know who's been playing with my camera now. This is just crazy. All right. So this right here, guys, is 6 books, or actually 7 books that I wrote. This one fell down. I do have to put it back up. Like, we fall down, but we get up. Right. So you got the 7 books right here, guys. You got Fast Track Your Wealth, The Beginner's Quick and Easy Guide to Quack Slinging Deed to Success, the Tax Deed Secrets Uncovered, the 20 Most Common Mistakes in Tax Lien and Deed Investing, Debunking Myths of Tax Lien and Deed Investing, The Untold Truth, Guaranteed Wealth Unlocked, the 200-year-old secret to low risk, high return investment, the property strategy, the property ownership through tax liens and deeds, and then finally over-the-counter strategy, unlocking the secrets to purchasing government real estate. And then the 7th book, the Optimal State Guide to Tax Lien and Deed Investing. This is every state in the country and how you actually need to do this here. And I promise you guys, I was going to give you a link on today that was going to give you all 7 books. Watch this. They're on Amazon right now. They're on Amazon right now. Right now. Can't say now. It's now. Right, they're Amazon right now for $329. Guys, I'm going to show you today why you can get them for $19.97. Now, if that ain't something, woo! $19.97. You pay the ship and get it to your door. All right, that's the knowledge. Now, got that over with. All right, let's go. All right, so then we go and we said, okay, well, I kind of reviewed you. If you want to get paid in real estate, you want to make some money, and you want to get some cash flow, then you got to know this, that you make money in real estate when you buy the property, not when you sell the property. Say what? Yes, you make money in real estate when you buy the property, not when you sell the property, right? I create the equity, I create the margin, I create the profit when I buy the house. I know what it's worth. My job is to get that house for as little as possible. So if I buy a property that's $200,000, that's what it's worth, and I pay $200,000 for it, well, I didn't make any money, because 200,000 minus 200,000 leaves me at a fat zero, and I don't want to be a zero. We want a profit center. Somebody want to write that down, because we're going to define a profit center in just a minute. Big fat zero. Now, but if somebody has a $200,000 house and you buy it for $50,000, well, 200 minus 50 is $150,000. That's what you just made, and you bought the property. Now, the money was made when I bought the property, but it's not materialized. It's not actualized until I sell the property. And that's one of the things we have to actually figure out and talk about in the meantime. But anyway, that's it. So people say, well, why would anybody buy a house or sell a house that cheap? Well, it happens almost millions of times a day, every single day. And they're called distressed properties, right? Distressed properties are all over the place. You get a lot of people want to teach wholesale deals and all that kind of stuff. It's about distressed properties, but there's so many types of distressed properties. There are foreclosures, deed in lieu, estate properties, divorce properties, investors can't finish the property, and there are distressed properties when the county is just stressed out. The county's like, man, if somebody don't come help me with these taxes, Lord Jesus, we got this budget we got to meet. We don't look like we can meet budget. I need somebody to rescue me. And they actually start selling liens to investors like me and like you. And those liens have the propensity to turn into properties. That's a good thing. And today we're going to be showing you how exactly that process happens. That's what today's lesson is. How does a lien turn into a property? Yeah. All right. So as we start talking about that, guys, there's three ways to make money in real estate. Somebody say profit center, right? A profit center is something that you must have. Now, in fact, it ain't a must have. It is something that you're buying. If you're following the George Howard method, if you're going to follow the financial Moses method, you want a profit center. A profit center means I'm going to get paid on my house on three different ways. Now, watch this. I guarantee you, within 3 to 4 months, you're gonna hear all these type of people talking about these three different things you gotta have when you buy a house. This happens all the time. All right, three different ways I get paid. One purchase getting paid three ways. One purchase getting paid three ways. One purchase getting paid three ways. What is it? A profit center is just this. It is where I am going to make money three different ways. Right now, I'm going to buy the property. When I buy the property, I'm presently making money in the present. When I buy the house, I have enough margin, I have enough equity, I have enough profit inside the house when I bought it. So in that example I gave you, where you bought a house that's worth 200,000, and even if it's ARV and is in and and I paid $50,000 for it. Well, that $150,000 is my present money. And I'm going to show you how to get that money out without selling the house. It's called a refinance. But just know I got money right there presently when I get it. Number two, I'm going to make money every single month passively. I ain't got to work for it. I ain't got to really do nothing for it, especially if you got a property manager that's pretty good. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to collect my rents forever. Ever, forever, ever. That is another way that we make money. Somebody said we make it right now. What's going on, Ava? What's going on, Maurice? What's going on, Maurice? What's up from the Periscope days? What's up, Maurice, man? Good to see you. Daryl Telefero. Man, if it ain't good to see Daryl Telefero, I don't know. Daryl Telefero and I went to American Baptist Theological Seminary together, man. He is an awesome man of God. I haven't heard from you, man, in so long. I would love for you to inbox me, man, so we can play catch up. I ain't talked to you. I probably ain't seen you in 20 years. And blessings upon you. Tracy, good to see you as well. Congratulations on the listing today. I seen it on Facebook, girl. You're doing your thing. All right. Then finally, guys, we got passive income every single month on this one house. But then when I sell the house, I'm going to profit because I won't take all my money out. Now, let's give an example really, really quick. All right. Number one, I bought a house for $200,000. So I bought a house that's worth $200,000. I only paid $50,000 for it, right? This is just an example. Just stay with me. I got $150,000, my present tense money. I remember we're doing profit centers. I get paid three ways off one transaction, 3 ways on one transaction, 3 ways on one transaction. We call it my present tense money. What do I do with my present tense money? That's that money I'm about to go get and make somebody else pay for. What? I'm about to go get this money and make somebody else pay for it. What? Yes, I'm about to go to the bank, get a loan. Right? I'm about to go get a bank. I'm going to the bank to get a loan. And when I get this loan, guess what's about to happen? Huh? Y'all ready? I'm going to put a tenant in that house and make somebody else pay for that loan. Here's an example. I can get it as an investor. I can go get what's called a DSCR. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about that in a whole nother broadcast, whole nother show where we talk about how to finance a property. All right. But right now, just know it's a DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. Debt service coverage. That just simply means this. I don't have to show no income. I don't have to prove any income. The house is an asset by itself, and it allows me to extract the money out the house. And the house secures. The house is what they're leaning against, the house, not necessarily leaning against my income. Just stay with me, right? All right. Or the income the house will produce. All right. I can get 75% of the value of the home. So if it's worth 200,000, well, I get to pull out $150,000. Somebody say yes. I like $150,000. And watch this. When I pull that $150,000 out, it's tax-free because you can't tax a loan. So now I got $150,000 tax free. Well, now I also got a mortgage because I got $150,000 mortgage. I know that's the money I got. Well, on today, $150,000 mortgage is going to be about $900. I got a tenant in my house that's paying $1,800. Do you think I'm cash flowing every single month? You better believe it. Who's paying for my $150,000 that's now tax free? My tenant. Now watch this. Even though my tenant is paying the mortgage on my property, I get to write the interest off. So wait, hold on. Present tense money, I ain't done. And passive tense. Present tense money, I get the $150,000. Passive money, I'm going to actually put a tenant in it. They're going to pay me every single month. But the difference between, write this down, the difference between what I get in rent and my loan is called cash flow, right? It's called cash flow. I want a 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 cash flow. Woo, right? I want a cash flow. Because that's the name of the game, guys. I got money right now, $150,000 tax free. I got passive income every single month. That's now going to be a write-off on my taxes because they're paying off my loan. And then watch this. Remember, I only got a loan for $150. It's worth $200. When I sell the house, I got another $50,000 that's going to come to me in profit. So watch this. I got paid right now. I'm going to get paid every single month, and I'm going to get paid when I sell it. I got money now, money every day, and future money all coming to me. It's called a profit center, baby. A profit center. You want a profit center. That's all you buy. You don't buy houses. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what color it is. I don't care it's on the corner. I don't care that it's pink with the little shutters on the house and it's so cute with the little bitty garage. Oh my God. No, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. I love it, right? It just gotta make sense. And the only way is that it got to pay me 3 different ways, one transaction. How many? 3 different ways, one transaction. How many? 3 different ways, one transaction. Okay, let's continue to go. We talked about yesterday how the county needs money. Well, the county runs these different things, right? It's going to run the libraries, the hospitals, your road repairs and the roads services, your park and recreational services, your police and sheriff department, your schools, your fire department, and your jails. All of these are ran by your county. Your property taxes give the counties money. When people don't pay their property taxes, one of these are going to suffer. Now, y'all tell me, which one are you going to pick to suffer? Do we think we should let the police department go down? Probably not. Crime goes up. Okay. You think we should let the schools go down? Probably not. Kids are already dumb enough. I shouldn't have said that. But they are. Like, they are. I'm sorry. Kids are just, we'll just keep going. Right? Fire department. Well, do you think we should let people's houses burn down? Probably not. Jails. Should we let the criminals out because we can't take care of them? No. All right. Well, what about the libraries? Do you think we should shut down the libraries? We already said the kids was dumb. Should we take another resource from them? Probably not. County hospital. Do you think we should let sick people just die or let them get infections and all kind of stuff because we don't take care of the hospitals? No. Roads. Now, y'all know, y'all done went on about that new Beamer, that new Bentley, that new Benz. Y'all done bought them BBBs, boy. You know you done got it. Y'all done went and got that Benz. Y'all done went and got all that stuff, right? And you riding down the street, it's like, boop, 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 boop. You know, you want the roads fixed. And then finally, Parks and Recreation is probably the only one that we might let go because the dumb kids is in the house playing PlayStation all day. I ain't going to keep calling these kids dumb. But can we get them to go outside? Can we just get them off the PlayStation? Can we get them to have some interaction with other kids? Like, I just want to see somebody outside playing red light, green light. But how about it? Y'all remember we played it? Like I was on base. I was on base. Remember it was freeze? You're like, y'all, if y'all know the games I was talking about right there, you too old. And if you don't know them, you're too young. All right, let's keep going. All right. So now let's talk about what a tax lien is. Tax lien system is, right? Here it is. There's an investor who's going to give money to the county, and the county is going to pass a penalty rate over to the homeowner. So here it is right here. Here it is. Y'all ready? Here it is. All right. It's called a lien system. A lien system is just this. The county needs money. The county says, I need money because they're not paying their property taxes because we got to pay all these things on here. Right. So they say, hey, Mr. Investor, will you give me the money? And I'm going to, watch this, pass a penalty on to the homeowner. Have y'all ever had a late fee? That's all the penalty is a late fee, right? You got a Netflix, you can pay your Netflix bill in time to get your late fee. You can pay your Xfinity bill in time, you got a late fee. You didn't pay that T-Mobile or Verizon or AT&T bill, what they give you? A late fee. Your utilities, they got a late fee. How about that credit card, or how about that car note, or how about that mortgage payment? What about your rent, right? Everybody got a late fee. Well, so does the county. The county says, if you don't run my money in time, if you don't send that bag by the due date, we're going to put a late fee on your taxes. But in the state of Indiana and other states, it's different in each state, but my state is 10% late fee. Texas, they late fee ain't playing with you. Texas, like, we got a 25% late fee. I dare you say something. Run me that money, right? You know, you got Florida, 18% late fee. Now, they call them penalties. I just like to call them late fees because I want you to understand what I'm talking about. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, right? I want you to understand, right, the late fee, right? So now you got Atlanta, 16%. Yeah, 16%. You got, all these different states have different late fees. But here's it is. They say, hey, Mr. Investor, we're going to take your money and we're going to pay the taxes for that homeowner, but we're going to give that homeowner a late fee. And if that homeowner does not pay you back plus interest or pay you back plus the late fee, we're just going to give you the house. Wait, what? Say what? The county is going to put a lien against the house. They're going to sell me that lien. That is my security. It is a security instrument that says I'm going to get paid. But if they don't pay me, we get to foreclose. Now, some states, they foreclose for you. And in states like Georgia, you got to go through the foreclosure process yourself. But either way, you're going to end up with the house. That's really it. That's it. So what happens is that every single state has passed legislation. And that's why all counties or states are different. That's why how we do it in Indiana is not how you do it in Florida. How you do it in Florida is not how you do it in Texas. How you do it in Texas is not how you do it in Ohio. How you do it in Ohio is not how you do it in California or Michigan or Arizona or any of these other states, right? Every state is different, which is why most people could not or don't actually teach this because it's pretty hard, which is why I had to write 7 books about it. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 books about them and how we're doing it. All right. So now what happens is that some senator, some state legislature somewhere in your country, in your county, which is probably back in the late 1800s, just being early 1800s, late 1700s, wrote a bill. And they wrote a bill on how tax liens and deeds were going to be carried out in your state. The first thing they're going to say, are we a lien state or are we a D state? Right? I'm going to tell you about D states in just a second. They say, are we a lien state or are we a D state? Right? So we're going to be a lien state. Great. So we're going to put liens against the house and then sell them. A D state says, well, we're not going to put no lien against the house. We just going to sell the deed. We're just going to come in like gangsters, take the deed, and we're going to go sell it to somebody else because if you don't want to pay your taxes, somebody else will. I will tell you a short story. Y'all ready? Want to hear it? Here it go. All right. Short story is just like this, right? It says there was back in the day, there was a guy by the name of William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror was, he was a beast, man. William Conqueror was a beast. So William the Conqueror, he had a saying, right? And it was no test sans segura. So what is no test sans segura? It means no lord without land, or no land without lord. That's what it was. No land without lord. I said it backwards the first time. Right? William the Conqueror, no land without lord. And so he was like, hey, listen, y'all got some feudal dues that y'all gonna have to do. Is it feudal dues or feudal dues? Feudal? I don't know. Y'all put the pronunciation in the chat for me because I don't know. Right? But either way go, they had to pay this money. And if you did not pay these monies for these feudal dues, it was things like, got to do your night service, right? So many crops, you had to give a certain percentage of your crops back to the king, right? You need to give the king a birthday present. And you also had to do taxes, right? These were feudal dues. And if you did not do it, well, then your land would revert back to the king. No land without lord. You never owned the land, honestly. It was like everything belonged to the king. And if you did not pay your taxes, it would just revert back to the king. And then they're going to give that property to somebody else who would do their feudal dues, the taxes, the birthday gift, the night service, and also so many percentage of their crops, right? Right. Doesn't that sound kind of like our system today? If you don't pay your taxes, they're going to take your house and give it to somebody else who's going to pay them. That's exactly what this is. That is exactly what this is. We borrowed this from William the Conqueror way back in the day, right? We did that way back in the day. Y'all like the way I did that, right? Way back in the day. All right. Y'all know I'm holy. You got to keep it holy. We ain't swagging and surfing in this piece, right? Anyway, did I say that out loud? I didn't try to say it out loud. I think I said it out loud. Let's go, y'all. All right. So, all right. So, right. So then this bill is written to see, hey, how much is the penalty going to be? Is it going to be 16%, 10%, 5%, 4%, 3%, right? And here's the great thing I like about tax liens and deeds is that almost every state is a double-digit state. So watch this, while your mutual fund ain't paying you double digits, and while your stock market account ain't paying you double digits, and while your 401k is not paying you double digits, and while your IRA is not paying you double digits, when I say paying you double digits, I'm talking about paying you 10, 11, 12, 13. Guys, there are all kind of states around here, including Texas, is paying 25%. Mine is one of the lowest states, and it's 10%. But you got 12%, 16%, 18%, like Chicago, Illinois, 16%. Like, it's crazy out here, man. But nobody ever taught you this stuff. And watch this. That percentage is guaranteed, because if I don't get my money back plus my 16% or my 18% or my 12%, well, then I'll get the house. Woo! Right? Because remember, what's protecting my investment? What's the security against that investment? It's the house. So if you don't pay me my money, I'll just cash in my security, which is this lien, and we just foreclose on this piece. What? It's crazy out here. But that's exactly what happens in real life every single day. So you want to know how people come into Black communities, African-American communities, poor communities, and they start buying up the land? Or you say, grandmama lost the house, my grandmama died, and then we lost the house. Well, what happened to the house? Didn't nobody pay the taxes? This is how it happens. So that bill, it passed the House, it passed the Senate, and the governor signs it, and it becomes law in your county or in your state. And then the counties carry out state law. Every single state across the country has a law or an act, like in Indiana's IC, so it stands for Indiana Code, right? IC, 45 point whatever, right? So our Indiana Code actually says that we have to have an auction at least once a year, that there should be a commissioner's auction at least once a year. So now we know that there's a treasurer's auction, a commissioner's office. We know that that auction is going to have a 1-year redemption period. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you about redemption period in a minute. It's going to tell you that their interest rate should be 16% or 10%. Ours is 10%. And it goes through all of these different legislative acts that happens when a tax lien and deed is sold. All right. And then finally it's signed by the governor. All right. So what is wow. I just messed that all up. I talked about a deed state first. My little stick man. Y'all like my little stick man? So here it is right here. I give 25% penalty to the state. The county's going to pass that 25% to the investor. And if they don't pay me back, the county's going to give the house back to the investor. That's the easiest way to do it. That's it. Look, stick man. Boom. Take your screenshot. Boom. Take your screenshot. All right. So guys, I want you guys to see some properties that I've actually bought. And I'm only going to show the tax assessor value on them. Now, the tax assessor value is always really low compared to the value of the house. I will tell you this, and we'll go through them, and I'm going to tell you what houses are not worth at least $100,000. That's what I want to do. The ones that's not. All the rest of them that I don't say nothing about probably are worth $100,000. All right. So I love these properties right here, guys. I bought all these properties with tenants already in them. Guys, I paid at least the estimated value. So yeah, I paid $500 for this house, had a tenant already in it. At the time I bought it, it was worth about $80,000, and I bought this house about 5 years ago. I paid $500 for this house, estimated value is about $90,000, and I bought that house about 6 years ago. I paid this for $500 for this house, and I bought this house about 8 years ago. I paid $500 for this 4-unit building, and I bought this one about 8 years ago. I paid $2,500 for this 3-unit, and I bought this one about 7 years ago, and I believe it's worth about $250 today, actually. All right, paid $500 for this house. I believe it's worth about $100,000. Guys, every house I'm showing you came with the tenant. Like, I didn't just buy a house; it came cash flow. It already had cash flow already in the property. Shut your mouth. I'm not playing with you. Bought this one for $3,700 worth about $9,500. Bought this one for $2,800 worth about $80,000. Bought this one for $2,100 worth about $70,000. And I just had this one appraised as worth $90,000. And that's all of them. That's all my slides. So let's come back right now. I'm hype. I don't know why, because I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so hype. Y'all ever be so tired you just get goofy and silly. That's me right now. I'm so tired. I'm just goofy and silly. I don't know. Anyway, So, guys, I promise you a link, right? Don't worry, we're gonna come back tomorrow, and I'm gonna do this all over again. And I'm gonna tell you a little piece every day, because if I told you all of it, would be here for like 2 hours. So I'm breaking it down in a series, like a sermon series. You know how the pastor get up and you know he long-winded, like some of y'all pastors, and he said we just gonna do a series because I can't give it to you all at once. It's kind of how we gonna do it now. I can't tell you everything right now, but I am gonna tell you some of almost everything. What's going on over here on Instagram? I'm gonna tell you almost some of everything. Can't tell you everything right now, but what I can do and what I am going to do is going to help you get this bag. I'm going to help you get this dollar. I'm going to teach you tax things. I'm just not going to give it to you all in one day. Is that cool? All right. Now, I told you guys I was going to give you a link for these books right here. Excuse me. I'll give you a link for these books right here. So let me bring that up right quick so I can actually keep my promise. I'm going to put it in the chat, but I got to go get the link first. Guys, if y'all don't get these books for $19, I don't know what's wrong with you. Just being honest with you. I haven't even released this yet. We about to run commercials all over the internet, baby. What am I doing? Oh, y'all saw how tired I am, y'all. I forgot that quick, but I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, I got to get the link. Y'all pray for a brother. Y'all just pray for me. Tell Pharaoh, pray for me, man. Oh, it's me, oh Lord. Somebody said, somebody finish it for me. I'm standing what? In the need of prayer. I'm standing in the need of prayer. All right, now check it out. This is the link right here. Now I'm going to warn you guys that once you guys get this link, I'm going to put it up on the screen for you. And once you guys see this link, I'm going to tell you now, when you go to this website, number one, you must put www in front of it. I don't know why it makes you put www in front of it. I didn't write the code. www.pennies2property.com/second-chance. Second-chance. Right. All right. So, guys, when you go to this website, you're going to have 2 hours to make this purchase. If you don't make this purchase within 2 hours, it's no longer going to be $19. It's going to revert to a higher price. And then if you don't buy it within, it's not 2 hours, it's 2 days. But the clock starts ticking. The $19 only lasts for a little while. And then it's going to go up in price. And that's going to go to a little while. And then it's going to go to regular price, which is $360. Don't let it expire. Just go there, get your books, and it's not even books, because it's called the Real Estate Success System, because that's what we're giving you. It is the Pennies to Property Real Estate System. It is a whole real estate system on how to buy tax liens and deeds across this country. You want to be able to do that and get all these books right here. 7 books for $20. That's less than $3 a book, man. That's less than that's $275, $280 somewhere in their book. Now that, and can I show y'all? These ain't no little books. I'm proud of my work, by the way. These ain't no little book. Let me show you. This ain't no little book. Y'all see that right there? See that right here? I was writing on the front. Y'all put a piece of paper down, and then you be writing, and then you put the paper up and be like, ooh, I just did all that. That was me. I'm guilty. All right, y'all, check this out. This ain't little print. This ain't little font. This ain't a bunch of pictures. These are real words with a real book, giving you real strategy. And it's like 209 pages in this book. And guys, each book brings its own content out, right? I just put it up there later. Y'all got me stretching. Like this book here, since it's already down. The Ultimate State Guide to Tax Liens and Deeds. How to do this in every state in the country. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Ain't no picture book, y'all. This ain't no picture book. It's the real deal, right? I want people to win. I've been winning 121 pages, right? So between the two of these, you about 350 pages just between the two of these. And you got 5 more books, and you're going to get them for $3 a piece. Are you serious? Dead serious, right? All right, so click on the link in the chat. Somebody else can repost it on your platform that you're watching. We're on 3 platforms on YouTube, 3 platforms on Facebook, and then we're on oh, my bad. Let me go ahead and post it over here on Instagram too. I be forgetting about Instagram. All right, there it is, Instagram, for people on Instagram over there. All right, y'all. That's the end of oh, I'm not done yet. I almost forgot something. How many of y'all say, hey, George, I want to do this too? Right? Some of y'all right now say, hey, man, what you're doing is pretty awesome. It made you a lot of money. I would like to make some money too. Well, I'm about to put y'all on game right now. Guys, I got a conference coming up. Let me go ahead and bring down the chat right quick, that comment right quick. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, there it is. All right. Say, George, I want to learn how to do it. How many of you guys will say, George, I would love for you, not your team, for you to walk me through an entire auction from the beginning to end? Well, we're going to be in Chicago from March 21st to 23rd. And I'm going to walk you through the real auction that I'm going through and going to. And then we're going to have the real auctioneer there. And we're going to have attorneys there. We're going to have the bank there, like a private lender that's going to actually give you money. We're going to have the woman to roll your money over from a 401k so you can actually start using your 401k to buy real estate. What? Yes. We're going to roll it over from a 401k to a self-directed IRA, and then you're going to use that to buy real estate. How about that, right? Or tax liens and deeds. We're going to have Flame Newton there is going to teach you how to use your business credit. I mean, everybody you can think of. Pastor Amos Howard is going to be there. My brother, he's going to be there, guys. Going to teach you how to become the bank using real estate, how to use the bank as for real estate. All of this is going to be there. Good evening, Dr. Jackson. We missed you. Where you been? Like I'm going off the air and you're just not getting here. What's going on? Oh, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Y'all know. I got the best voice on this side of heaven. I'm gonna let y'all know now. Woo! When God made this voice, he made one of a kind. I promise you. You never heard nothing like it. All right. All right, guys. If you want to come to the conference, guys, go to www.pennies2property.com/conference 2024. Go there. If you want to really see what it's like, just go there, watch the video. The video is exceptional. It kind of gives you a taste of what we've done at previous conferences. We have not done one since COVID. We are bringing it back this year, and we're so excited about it. Chicago, March 21st to the 23rd. I don't really call it a conference. I call it an apprenticeship because I'm literally going to help you be my protege for over 3 days. And we're not one of them things where you're going to come in and sit down and somebody's going to speak and then you stand up and then you stretch and then somebody else speak and then they tell you get up and jump and run around and then somebody else speak and it's like, okay, make some noise because you got the next speaker. No, we're going to do real life stuff. We're going to put you in a room and we're going to literally show you how to find profit centers. And then we're going to get on a bus and then we're going to go look at your profit center. Then we're going to come back and do the rehab and all the numbers that it takes to make sure that it is a profit center. What is a profit center? How you get paid 3 ways in one transaction. 3 ways in one transaction. 3 ways in one transaction. I'm going to get paid presently. I'm going to get paid passively. I'm going to get paid in profits. 3 ways, one transaction. That's what this is about. Come to the conference. I can't wait to see y'all there, man. You can do it virtually. You can come online and you can buy VIP. Whenever it fits your boat. All right. I'm out of here, guys. I love you with the love of Christ. I'm going to get me a nap because I'm tired. I'll see y'all tomorrow. In the morning for Kingdom Keys. In the morning, only on Facebook. In the morning for Kingdom Keys, only on Facebook. All right. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and stay warm. It's cold outside.